So everybody procrastinates, right? I procrastinate, you procrastinate. So today we're going to learn how to stop procrastinating, or at least like try to stop procrastinating. And today joining me, we have Denise and Johi.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I'm just going to cut to the chase. Do you guys think that you procrastinate?
A lot. But
In what sense? For everything or like just like certain things?
no, only like right now. Because
Like right here, I procrastinate talking. No, just kidding. Because?
usually I don't procrastinate. Like I'm pretty much a motivated person. I know what I want and I try to get what I want. But the thing now is like I feel overwhelmed. Like I have so much of thoughts. And then like now I'm making a huge decision. I feel like because I'm 25 years old, I'm making a huge decision, and this decision might affect me in the future. So that's why like I'm procrastinating. I pause everything just to think, which is pretty bad because now I'm getting more comfortable doing nothing.
Comfortable. Do you feel the stress of it? Because you
Yeah.
know it's an impending decision that you have to deal with sooner or later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
I do feel stressed, but I'm slowly getting comfortable doing nothing, which is bad. So I'm gonna try to do something soon. Yeah.
Denise, do you think you procrastinate? I mean, you are
I
seen
do.
as
I
a...
procrastinate.
Are you for real?
I hate doing laundry, so I always procrastinate doing laundry.
Okay.
I think two types of procrastination, right?
Yes.
One is you don't like to do it, so for me that's laundry. I hate it. And then there's another kind which is not that you don't like, you just don't want to deal with it, right? Like
Yeah.
work for
Oh,
example.
yes.
Like, I love working. I like having that sense of achievement. I like going over challenges. But sometimes I procrastinate because when I think about the work that I need to face and the problems that I need to solve, sometimes the stress feels like what you say, it feels a bit crippling. It feels a bit like I will not be able to deal with it. So because of that I kind of put it off. So two different kinds lah. But for me the more serious one is dealing with things that I don't like to do. My laundry always piling up. I literally need to put a calendar invite to myself. Please do laundry. Like literally it says please do laundry.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
like a routine whereby you do like laundry every single weekend?
No, I don't. I mean I try to.
Uh-huh.
And I literally have to book my time to do my laundry, and on my calendar, right, it is bright red, so it stands out. It's like laundry day. But then on laundry day, I'll find excuses. I'll be like, oh, it's raining, I'm going out, things like that. I keep putting it off. It's terrible.
Okay, for myself, I also like to procrastinate. I think everybody what I procrastinate is surprisingly like the dumbest thing ever, but I procrastinate sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for me, right, my innate self is like, even though I know I need to sleep, I like to like, I'm like a kid at night, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. I watch TV for 5 more minutes, then I go to bed. Or I watch TV for 20
Scroll
more
TikTok
minutes. Yeah.
for
I
5 more
scroll
minutes.
for, I'll sleep later, I'll sleep
There's
later.
too many
Cannot.
now.
It's like it's okay. I can wake up
Oh
at
my
6
god, I know
hours.
that feeling. So like you tell yourself, I am going to sleep at 12 a.m. and then it's 12:05 and you'll be, oh no, it's 12:05. Now I can only sleep at 1 a.m.
Yeah, no, I'm the kind that like I will count down like, okay, I will have to wake up at 8:30. So if I were to wake up at 8:30, what time do I have to sleep in order for me to get my X hours of sleep, and then I'll count backwards and stuff, and then I'll just like it's like 12 midnight.
And you will
it's
not be able
okay.
to sleep.
I can afford to sleep at 1 a.m. or like, I can afford to sleep at 1:30, but at 1:30 when you try to sleep, right, you actually cannot sleep, and then like that's when you're screwed. And that's like my form of procrastination. And I think everybody has some form of procrastination every now and then in their lives. Like, you will definitely come to a point whereby you procrastinate. Nobody can touch their heart and safely say, I don't procrastinate.
Nobody's a machine.
Yeah,
essentially.
exactly. Nobody's that punctual when it comes to like certain tasks as well. So I guess, how often do you procrastinate? For me, I'm trying to cut down a little bit. I'm trying to learn to sleep a little bit earlier, but sometimes like tasks come in at like 11:30 p.m. and I'm the kind that has been wired to attend to things immediately. If not, it makes me feel uncomfortable. So that in a way, not procrastinating to sleep, but it delays me wanting to sleep because I'm like, I can finish this in like 15 minutes. Let me just do this first. And then I just forgo my sleep. And then next thing you know, it's like 1 hour later and I'm like, oh, oops. So how often do you guys procrastinate?
That's very strange, Like procrastination is just something that it happens.
Yeah.
it happens, right? How often is it? It's quite a strange question.
Like, do you
Right.
do? No, I would say like it's a like a time relative thing, but maybe like a task relative thing. How often do you like put aside a task that it's urgent?
If it's urgent, I will not. But my laundry, I really procrastinate. Oh my god, I'm supposed to do laundry this weekend. But my laundry, I really put it off.
Do you ever feel guilty for
For not-
procrastinating?
No, it's just laundry.
But I mean, that's because it's like laundry, right? But
Yeah.
what if like you procrastinate when it comes to work? For example, Juhi, you're saying now you're at a point of time you're delaying a major decision, right? Because you just graduated also, right?
I think it's I think the more I procrastinate, the more anxiety I'm getting. Like in terms of
Right.
like, because I need to like
It's impending. It's like
Yeah.
a snowball effect,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
But do you feel bad for like you're like, oh, I need to make this decision, but like I kind of don't want to make it, so I'm gonna put it aside.
I actually felt bad for my parents.
Oh.
Because like it's not nice for a parent to see like their child not being jobless. But then like when I talked to my mum about it, I was like, how I'm jobless now. And then she's like, it's okay, you're gonna work your whole entire life anyways, just take 2-3 months break. Then I
Your mom
oh.
is so cool.
Yeah.
Your mom
No,
is
but
so
like
cool.
because
I
of
wish
that,
I could meet her.
but because of that, I'm enjoying this now, which is so bad.
So how long has it been?
Oh no, it has only been a month.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah,
not so
so it's
bad.
not so bad.
It's not
Yeah.
so bad.
I gave myself 2 months. Okay, but the thing about my procrastination also, like, I gave myself 2 months max.
Mhm.
And then within the next month, I have to find a job.
Okay.
Like, I have to know what I want.
So there's a deadline.
There's a deadline.
Yeah.
So I think I don't think there's like a guilt or anything. I think everybody still deals with it,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what. I don't think you can like escape it at all. Like, her laundry is not gonna stay there. She has to do it even after 1
Yes,
year.
I have to.
Like, even if she do it after 2 years, she have to.
What are some excuses you guys make for yourself to when you guys procrastinate? Like Denise, you don't want to do the laundry, and
Yeah.
even you were mentioning even when it comes to laundry day, you still find something to do.
It takes too long. You see, you put it into the washing machine, right? 1 hour plus. Then you put it into the dryer, another hour. And Saturdays and Sundays, I am busy. I'm at work, right?
Yeah.
So when I reach home, it's around 11. That's 2 hours, which means I can only sleep at 1 a.m. And the next day, I have early classes. So I always tell myself, oh, it's too late. If I sleep at 1, I'll be so tired for my class tomorrow. And then how am I going to deliver like a quality lesson? Things like that. I always tell myself that. It's so frustrating. I hate
But do you
myself when I
think
do
that
it.
do you think that your excuses are valid?
Yes. Up till now, I think so. I mean, to be very honest, I sleep at 1, 2 a.m. every day, sometimes 3, so I could do the laundry. I just hate it. It's such a boring, it's such a repetitive task, and you're just sitting there waiting.
That's why it's called a chore.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it so much. Good.
What about you, Ju? Because you're procrastinating about something else that is not like a task.
Sorry, what was the question again?
What do you usually do? What kind of excuses do you make for yourself when you procrastinate?
Everything and anything. Like, I keep telling myself, oh, tomorrow, I'll find I'll Google up, like, I'll search on Google, tomorrow. And it just never happened. And then I just end up going out with my friends, thinking that something and somewhere or someone I'll meet will like
Magically
me to
give
that
you the
path. Yeah.
answer.
And I also have to like, okay, I don't want to put this like, I'm gonna sound dumb and unreasonable, but like basically like, because I'm super into tarot card reading and I believe in it, like, because this woman and like another person told me the same exact thing where like this year I'll find my exact career path that I'm gonna take, and then
Okay.
it will progress super fast.
Okay.
So like, because of that, I feel like it'll magically come, which is so bad. Like, I'll just think that someone somewhere will
It's like
just,
fate, right?
dear Juhi, we have an amazing job that pays you $10,000.
Oh, 10,000. Wow.
Wow, Ju.
And I'm like, yes. That's how I imagine things, which is so bad. And I blame these 2 tarot card readers. Guys, never go for tarot card reading. Ever. They're like the biggest reason why you procrastinate.
I think Okay. Okay.
And it's so weird because two of them said the same exact thing, and it made things worse for me.
And they're different tarot card readers.
Yeah, it's so weird. Oh my god. No, guys, don't.
Okay, I hope you find your $10,000 paycheck.
Yeah, I hope I find that DM.
Find a DM.
For
Okay, but
me, last time I was in school, right, I remember I took this very, very difficult subject when I was in university. So I had a double degree and I took
Yes.
computer science, and then it was this very very, very difficult program. I mean, computer science is really difficult, right? But it was like a difficult subtopic, and I struggled with it immensely. And I remember I procrastinated the work on that for very long, because when I first got the assignment in class, I flipped through it, and I could already get a sense of how tough it was. So I didn't want to sit down and face it, right? Because I felt like such a failure. I don't even understand what the question is saying. And I'm like, oh no, I need to sit down, I need to tackle this. And I just put it off for I mean, people are going to bash me for saying this, but I put it off for a few days only. After that, the snowballing impact, right? I'm like, okay, I cannot. I really need to look at it now. But I remember that stress. And it was one of the times where I did feel guilty when I wasn't working on it. And I just felt like, why am I so silly? Because the more I put it off, the more limited time I'm going to give myself to tackle the assignment, right? And with lesser time, it's going to be even more stressful. Yeah, so in the end, I just sat myself down and forced myself to do it.
I feel like a lot of students are like, they procrastinate when it comes to schoolwork.
Right.
Or presentations. I remember when I was in poly, I was doing my final year project. I literally gave myself 24 hours to write the report. And I like stayed awake the whole night the day before submission, because, you know, they literally give you like 4 to 6 months to finish your final year project, because it comes with your student internship program. And the entire time I was doing my student internship program, I had the flexibility and liberty to finish that assignment. But I chose not to do it, even if I had free time in the office. And instead, I would nap.
Yeah.
I would just nap on the table. And then after that, it just gave me 24 hours to like finish everything. And that was like the most stressful 24 hours of my entire body life. So this is why procrastination is a very bad thing. But do you know why some people procrastinate? On top of avoiding things.
You know, like I've never read like a book in my life before,
Huh?
other than my
way.
schoolwork.
No way.
Like I've never read.
Harry Potter.
No, Denise, not everyone likes Harry Potter books. I watched. Okay, it's because of the movie also. Like, what's the need to like read?
It's
the book?
different.
It's different.
The story is very different. There's so
Yeah.
much more detail in the books. Oh my god, you have to read the books.
Menser. I have never read a book in my life,
Okay.
and then because of that, I thought I would change every year. And every year I buy a book at the start of the year, and I just bought a book.
What
It's called
kind of book?
Outliers.
Wait, is it like fiction or non-fiction?
Non-fiction is like things to like open you up, like
Oh,
maybe,
those like
maybe
self-help
you
book.
can start with fiction first. It's easier to
like
read
Jeremy
fiction.
Stilton.
No, Jeremy Stilton, isn't that the picture book?
Yeah, yes.
The mouse that like
I
solves
can start there
mysteries.
first.
I read
Oh.
Geronimo Stilton when I was 10 years old.
Hey, I need to start somewhere. So like every year at the start of the year, I'll buy a book. And this
Right.
year, I did the same thing also. And it has been like 25 years in my life.
So
That I've
you have
been doing
25
books.
unread books.
No lah, I only started doing this in like secondary school. So like
Okay.
less than 25 years, I guess.
Okay.
But like this year, I bought like this book called Outliers.
And do
And I
you
heard it's
start
good.
reading it?
So I read like 3 sentences and I'm like,
was it even the
what's the point of reading this? I know
was
it
it
was
even chapter 1
no.
or was it like the forward?
yes, the first, like not even chapter 1. And I was like, what's the point of reading this when there are movies? And I have no time for this. In
Right.
these few seconds, I could be making money.
Right.
And then I
But
put
you
the
were
book
like
at
at
the
home
side.
not doing anything though.
Okay, so
Hey.
the question is, so then if you didn't read the book, are you making money now?
No, I went to watch Physical 100.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
But like,
right.
you know, like I just hate reading. I just knew I couldn't be a lawyer because I couldn't read. Like since young, I just knew what I couldn't be, a doctor or a lawyer.
Because you can't read, you don't want to
Can't
read.
see blood, can't read. Then I was just wondering, what am I going to become? Like, I just didn't know what I was going to become.
Uh-huh.
Like, I just cannot put my interest in reading. Like, and then because I hate it, right? I don't know whether you consider that procrastinate, but like, I don't think I'll see this book ever again. So if Denise, you want this book, I can give it to you.
I do.
Every year I can give
I do
Denise-
want the book.
Yeah, like
Every year she'll just buy the book for herself and then end up
She'll
giving
pass
it
it
to
on
you.
to me.
Yeah.
like I just hate it so much that I just hate it and I just cannot put myself to do it.
Right.
Like this no it's like procrastinate and then after it just disappears. There's no like
But you procrastinate because you hate the activity.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then when I read, right, I take shortcuts. Like I read the first word and then the middle word.
What do you mean? Then
So
you
in
lose
one
the
sentence.
essence of the book.
Yeah.
No wonder you don't understand the point of reading the book.
Yeah.
But speaking of procrastination and like saying that you don't like something and avoiding something, do you know that that is one of the main reasons people procrastinate? It's because they dislike doing the task. For
Yeah.
example,
Right.
you and laundry and her and reading a book.
Oh my god.
Right? And that but on top of that, there's also like anxiety, the fear of being criticized for doing bad work, which is like
the
I
fear
would
of
say,
not being good enough.
But isn't it worse
yeah,
not
which
to
is
do
I
the
think
work?
it's your computer science topic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Yes, as you're doing it, you just feel so dumb.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
fear-
I don't like that feeling.
The fear of not doing well in
Yes.
that task.
yes.
And there's also like the want to avoid flaws.
Yes.
Right.
I 100% agree. It
And-
comes a bit of like perfectionism, right?
Yeah.
You just don't want to
You
feel
don't
like
want
you're
to
not good enough.
Yeah, you don't want to be wrong.
Mm.
And another one of the reasons is because there is no instant gratification. So you don't get the initial outburst of satisfaction when you do the task. For example, like reading a book. Because you need to read the whole book, right? You can't just read 3 sentences and say that
Three
you-
words,
hey,
ah,
three
not 3
words.
sentences.
Oh, sorry.
3 words, one from each sentence, 9 words in total.
I just can't.
Yeah. Okay, and of course, yeah, and also not being clear on where your goals are is the reason why people procrastinate, because they don't know the point, or they don't
Yeah,
see the
there's
point
no
in
goal,
completing the card. They can't
basically.
see like the
end
goal
goal.
down the line, because this is maybe just step 1 of like a 10-step to attain your goal. So that's why people procrastinate. Do you guys feel that at the end of the day, after procrastinating, do you feel better that you procrastinate, or do you feel worse when you think about the task? Like, okay, I feel
For
like
laundry, I don't care.
I was about to bring up the laundry thing because I feel like you will say that.
I don't care. I'm not going to look at it. No, but for my work, right, it really affects me.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the stress snowballs, and then I feel even worse.
Exactly.
There was one time, I sound like such a nerd, but I went to watch this math visualization of how progress looks like every single day. So you start this low, right? And to get up here, so the way they visualize progress was via linear lines. Linear lines means straight lines, right? And then the progress is, some days it's like that, so you're making a forward progress. Some days it's like that, you go down. But when you pull back the graph and you look at it over
goes up.
time, yeah, that's the only way to go up. So I mean, every day it's easy to make the decision to say, oh, I'm going to do the fun thing over the tedious task. But actually over time, the tedious task helps you see this kind of progress. And when I saw that visualization, right, I loved it so much. I printed it out and I put it on my wall, and then I put it on my my iPad. It's my like screensaver. So every day I look at it, and when I'm thinking about work, I look at this and I'm like, yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
all
do
part
the
and
work.
parcel of progression.
Exactly. No, having that visualization really helped.
Julie's just like
What? So instead of having your partner's picture and yours on your phone, you put this random linear graph.
No. I have many pictures. So you know now the iPhone,
Yeah, it can
the
go
photos,
around
right?
and yeah.
So I will see it. It helps to motivate me, and I think it will help a lot of people because it is easy to make it is very easy to take that easy way out every single day. But
100%.
looking at the visualization just reminds you of the impact of that small little decision, because it's not difficult to do like a tedious task every single day, right? And it's a build up of all of these things that helps you grow as a person. So you need that visualization there. For me, looking at that visualization is just a daily reminder to myself, do that one difficult thing a day. Yeah.
So that is in your way a way to cope with procrastination lah. Is to
Yes,
see
it
the
is
end
pushing
goal
me,
of the
yeah.
of the task.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that does not apply to laundry.
Who cares about laundry?
I
As
think-
long as I have clothes.
If not, just throw away. You know, for me, right, I literally just came back from a retreat with a sportswear brand, and part of the retreat, we did a vision board.
Mm.
And doing that vision board for me was the most satisfying and goal-focused thing that I've done so far this year. I mean, even though the year just started, that was one of the most goal-focused things that I've done. Because like you said, you only want to do it if you can visualize the end product. So what it forces you to do, this vision board, is to write down the goal you have for yourself. And then that is your goal. What do you have to do in order for you to go from point A, which is now, to point B, which is your goal? And that sort of acts as a form of motivation for people to look towards their goal and work towards it in many different aspects. So they talk about like your mental health, like goals for your mental health, talk about goals for your life, in your career and your work and for yourself. And I thought that that was a very good way of sort of visualizing, where do you see yourself in 10 years time? Because that's always like the question, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years time? And if you keep procrastinating, right, it's really just like a month compared to like the 10 years of goals that you can see for yourself. Yeah.
Oh my god, can I share with you another data visualization?
Yes.
It's
Go for
very
it.
impactful.
Go for it.
I feel like I hijacked this to talk about math data visualization.
Go for it.
Okay, there was once where I saw this artwork and it's done by a mathematician, and what he did was he kind of made a stroke for every single day of the life of an average lifespan, and once one day has passed, he will kind of like cancel the stroke out. So as you look at that artwork, right, you can see how many more days of life you have left, because it's a very large piece of artwork and it's very impactful. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So I was just going to add on to say, so you know, at the start of the year, everyone always comes up with like vision board, your resolutions for the new year.
Yes.
And then people forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hang it up. You hang it up on your wall, so you're reminded of it every single
You
day.
have to see it.
It's a constant reminder. That works for me.
Yeah.
You know, like 3 years ago, I started setting, like what Amanda said, I started setting goals for every year. And then it kind of worked for me, and I give myself like a time frame. Like within 3 months, like for example, I do content creating. Within 3 months, I want to grow this amount. Like for example, 10K followers. And then because I'm rushing through the deadline, right? You know, when you're given a deadline, you're just kind of like, you're more motivated to do it.
Right. It's like achievable milestones.
Yeah. And then you don't make it super big at just 1 year. Like for me, right, personally, I can't see, because I'm in this industry where like it's pretty much like I cannot see 5 years down the road or 10 years. You never know what happens. But then like what I do is like I break it down to like little things, like 2 months, 3 months, and then like it works super well for me. Like I wanted to earn like 15K a month for one of the month in the year. Like I like to play like these kind of things, and then like I'll just do anything to like get that 15K, you know. And it's pretty much like motivating to also set like short goals. I mean long goals as well, and then like within the long goals you should have like short goals so that it's more clear.
Exactly. Like the short-term goals are steps to get to your
Yeah.
long-term. Like,
Because you see, I can't even read a sentence. I skip all the words in between. Like I can't like focus. Because of that, I need to like break down so much.
right.
It's like when Amanda sends me like even
Yeah.
scripts.
Okay. So fun fact, right?
You don't read the script?
No,
No,
let me
she had to
tell
break
you.
it
Let me
up
share
for
you a
you.
fun fact. You know how Denise, whenever I send you a message, I will send you one long chunk of details together,
Yes.
including venue, timing, things to take note of when it
Yes.
comes to like Jianhao's shoots, right?
Yes.
And I send it to everybody except Juhi. I will send her sentence by sentence. This is the reporting time. Enter
Hey,
one
I didn't
message.
ask for
This
it.
is the venue. Enter one
She
message.
just knows me
This is
well.
what we are doing. Enter one message, because I know her so well, and I know that
I'll skip
she will
everything.
skip the words.
Yeah.
So you have to send her like sentence by sentence.
But visually, isn't it still one chunk, or does the line by line make a kind of like a cycle?
Yeah, I
it
don't
makes
like
it look
like-
like it's less of a chunk
Yeah,
of words for her
yeah.
to read.
Right.
because like even like this is why maybe I'm not in a relationship. Like I can't take long text. Like I just am not a person. I'm not good with words.
Right. So, but it's this kind of like, what's the word? Mental tricks that
Yeah.
make it easy
Yeah.
for you to read, even though
Yeah.
at the end of the day it's still that same long chunk of text.
Yeah.
It's just been divided
Yeah.
into a few
I
lines.
feel like Denise low key wants to type out every single sentence for you so that you
she
can
wants to
read
teach
the
me
book.
after this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I think like those like not everyone can see things in like me. I can't see things far. So like I see things short. So if that works for you, I swear it works. Like just do it. So I put like 15 things that I want to do within the year and I cut it down. Like I can't do all 15 things at once also. So I cut it down. Okay, these 3 months I'm gonna concentrate on growing this. Like,
Yeah. So you keep it a little bit more specific instead of like a general big goal.
Super specific actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So aside from like the techniques that we've just shared to overcome procrastination, I think one of the things that is good when it comes to people who procrastinate is having someone to check in on them. Like, are you getting this done? Because when we only rely on ourselves, right, it's dependent on our own personal moods. You don't really see the external factors that are affecting the entire thing. For example, if Denise doesn't want to do laundry, it's because she doesn't want to do laundry. But if I go and tell her, Denise, have you done your laundry today? She'll be like, yeah. I was like, I think you should do your laundry because your laundry has been piling up. And then she'll be like, okay, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always good to have like some body system. I feel
I'll
like
do my laundry tonight. I'll
Okay.
take your IG story and tag Amanda.
okay. I'll text you at like 11 p.m. and say like, hey Denise, have you done your laundry?
Okay, maybe not today. Maybe Saturday.
Saturday,
I'm busy today. Yeah.
Okay. I have to write this down. So today is a Monday. So Saturday. Which
Oh my
is,
god, that's so long.
yeah, that's very
Your
long.
laundry is gonna become
Yeah.
Mount Kinabalu
No.
or the new Mount Everest. The new
Saturday. I'll do it
Singapore.
on Saturday.
Okay. So Denise will do her laundry on Saturday.
Yes.
And I'll text you. Okay. So this is fun. And another thing you can do if you're a procrastinator is to reward yourself. For
Yes.
example, it's like positive reinforcement.
Mm.
You see, once you feel like I accomplished this very difficult task, I did my laundry today, I'm gonna get ice cream. That's in a way also a reward in itself, and it makes you look forward to doing the task. I think procrastination is a very psychological process. You cannot force yourself to do it. You can only find reasons to do it.
What
Yeah.
are some of your rewards that you give yourself when you like do well?
I sleep. That's a reward. I love to sleep.
Great.
I love to just lie in bed and sleep.
Mine is like I reward myself by not taking public transport
Oh.
because I feel good not taking public transport. I just like the laziness,
Right.
and I know that I can sustain the laziness, and I have to sustain it. So like keep working on sustaining it.
It's like a taste of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a little teaser.
To be honest, right, even though I procrastinate, I've never thought of something to reward myself with. I feel like, okay, something that is rewarding for me, right, is I always procrastinate cleaning and tidying up the house.
That's like laundry.
Yeah, it's kind of like laundry. It's kind of like laundry, but for me, I find it so rewarding to see a clean house after I'm done, and it's so satisfying, and it makes you less anxious. Maybe you can approach it that way. So, does laundry make you anxious?
No, it just takes too long.
Okay, so that technique
Right.
clearly does not work for you.
2-3 hours. I'm just sitting there waiting
You don't have to wait while it's going.
you
You
hire
can do
someone?
something.
Like a
to
part
do my laundry.
like a part time. So you work harder to earn that $15 an hour to pay that person to do your laundry, and you'll never have to touch your laundry again.
Maybe. In a few years. When I
Yeah,
get there.
but when you do laundry, not necessarily do you have to wait there the entire 2 hours, but
No, it's because I'm home very late. Because
Okay.
I'm working.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can only do laundry very late at night. And that means for the 2-3 hours, I'm so tired. I can't even find it in me to work, right? And I'm literally just trying to force myself to keep myself awake so that I can collect the laundry at the end of the spin
I
cycle.
understand.
Yeah.
Understand.
So it's a
Okay.
lifestyle thing. Yeah. I tell myself that.
Okay, so I think, right, we've pretty much summed up this entire podcast into why we procrastinate, what we do when we procrastinate, as well as what we can do to overcome procrastination. And I feel like I've learned quite a bit from
Yeah.
you guys in terms of
Actually
like
learn a
setting
lot from
goals.
Denise.
That data
Aw.
thing was very interesting.
It is. Let me go
Yeah.
and find the painting. I'll send it to you.
Okay,
It's beautiful.
it's a painting.
It's a painting, so it's a huge wall, and it's one tiny stroke for every single day of life that you live for, or month. I can't remember, but wow, it's so eye opening. I must send it to you guys. I'll go and find it. I've seen it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as Denise finds the painting that she would like to send us, just want to remind everybody that procrastination is very normal and we all do it occasionally. And sometimes it's okay to procrastinate, but aside from procrastination, you have to think of the progress that you can make if you choose not to procrastinate and you choose to tackle the task early, okay?
And
so
do what Juhi says, because the task is usually very big. That's why you feel very overwhelmed. So break it down into tiny little steps. Once you have done step 1, it's very easy to move on to step 2, step 3, step 4.
Exactly. Yeah. And with that, we've come to the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Denise and Juhi, for joining me as well. And we'll see you the next time on Girl Code, a guide to self-love. Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's Girl Code.